The last like couple weeks, for some reason, I wish I could remember where the thought first came from. But I was thinking about our relationship very objectively, and I was thinking about like the person that you are, and I was like, why did Sam marry me? Like
You haven't told me this.
I was like, Sam is literally insane for marrying me. Like, she is a superhero. Like, why is someone like Sam, who's the most emotionally regulated person, I say this all the time to people, that I've ever met, and just like so about her business and so type A and very, very mature, dating someone who's absolutely crazy in so many ways, like me. And I was like, that's just so strange. Like, why? What is it about me that attracts her to me?
Hey guys, welcome back to Something More Human, the show about human connection in the digital age. I'm Sam.
Elliot.
Okay, so in the last year, like 2025, I feel like maybe we could say this about every single year, but this year has changed us a lot and our lives have changed. And I think a lot of it has maybe felt or been unpredictable, or we didn't foresee at the start of the year or even last year. And so we spend a lot of time and energy on the show talking about how to make new friends, how to go out and put yourself in the world to be available to connection with respect to strangers. So today I really want to focus on not meeting new people, but how to deepen relationships that you already have with some of your closest people. And this could be your best friend that you've known since the 6th grade, or it could be your spouse. So today I'm putting Elliot in the hot seat. I am the host of Something More Human, and Elliot is the guest.
Yeah, I like this idea a lot. We were talking about after Tim's episode, what can we do next? There are so many people that we could think of to interview, but it takes time. It's not just they're going to sit on the couch and we're going to make up questions on the spot and hope the conversation goes well. There's just more to it. And so we just haven't had the time. We've just been really, really busy. And we knew that the next episode would just be the two of us. And I was like, what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? Obviously, there is quite a bit going on in the world, but that's not really what this podcast is about. So,
I mean, like, if you think about humanity as the foundation of how to create a better world, that's definitely what this podcast is about. But we don't really get into the contemporary, headlines.
You basically said, yeah, I want to interview you and I want you to interview me, and I want us to come up with a series of questions that we don't tell each other ahead of time and that we just answer on the spot. And at first I told Sam, I'm going to need to cheat because I'm always the one that, wants to marinate on a question so that I can answer it to the best of my ability. And Sam is well versed at riffing in the moment, maybe more so than I am. But anyway,
You have no idea what I'm about to say.
Yeah, this is on the spot, and
yeah.
I'm excited about it. And I'm wondering where you came up with the idea.
Okay, I thank you for asking that because I wanted to tell you. My birthday is coming up at the end of the month.
This is true.
And I was thinking about, you have surprised me in previous years with like a really nice dinner gathering of a group of friends. But we have thrown a big, big birthday party for you. But we haven't really thrown like a big birthday party for me, or like any kind of party really. Like I'm thinking about graduation party or something.
What about the dinner party at Montage?
No, that's a dinner party. I'm talking about like.
Wasn't that for your birthday?
Yeah, no, it was. You have curated dinner parties.
Oh, but not a birthday
with a group,
party.
But not like a bash.
Gotcha.
Not like a party. And if there's one thing that's true about me, it's that I want to dress up on theme for anything. And I was like, okay, I want to have a themed party. I want it to be big. I want to like put in the same room these really cool people that I've met in various ways and be the connector of these awesome people. It's going to take more than just a theme and a dress code to make that really rich. And so I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm doing because it hasn't happened yet and I don't want to spoil it for people who are attending.
She hasn't even told me.
I want it to be a surprise for everybody. But needless to say, there's going to be a curation to make it easy and simple and frictionless, or as frictionless as possible, to meet someone that you don't know and to just be in conversation in a way that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise. And that like brain space inspired me to separate us and I be the host and you be the guest. In the next episode, you'll be the host and I'll be the guest. And we just haven't done that yet.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And sometimes it can feel kind of self-serving. Like, do you guys even really care? But of course you do. And we don't really tell you too much about us. We talk about concepts and we talk about our guests.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited to dive in. Are you ready?
I am too. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. Shoot.
Okay, we're just going to go straight into it.
Get it.
2025 has molded us in, I think, unexpected ways and in different ways. At this moment, who are you becoming?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I know.
To put it maybe simply, I'm becoming really good at my job. I work at a coffee shop, and for a long time, well, since I've had the job, for some reason, I have felt shame about it, which is unfortunate. But that's only because of the world that we live in and the money that I make or I don't make, right? Mm-hmm. Like I chalk up my job to the money that I make. And the reality is that you and I have developed and have maintained and have cultivated relationships both here and in Albuquerque. Many of those have been because of coffee.
Yeah.
We've met friends in coffee shops and those relationships have bloomed, and we've met other people through those people. Mm-hmm. And so for a very long time, I've been wanting to work in coffee. And then this year came upon us, and I've talked about it many times on the show, but anyway, I got a job at a coffee shop here in Denver in February. And it's been like the best thing that I've ever done. I'm really good at it. Mm-hmm. And that feels really good. I haven't felt like that in a really long time. So I just think that I'm becoming a proficient and interested and curious person that works behind a coffee bar, that loves people and likes doing what he does. Mm-hmm. You know?
I also think that, I mean, the course of our relationship, we've kind of gone back and forth on different careers and different paths and different passions. Mm-hmm. But you haven't had like a job where you have to show up based on a specific schedule that someone gives you since like 2020.
Yeah, since COVID. Yeah.
And so it's been a new opportunity for me to watch you become committed to excellence. Like you really take pride in your work. And I think that sometimes that trait is kind of rare.
Yeah. You mean just the trait is rare in general? Or the trait is rare for me?
The trait is rare.
I was like,
general.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the trait is rare for me. I think honestly, I do feel that way though, that the trait is rare for me because maybe I didn't really know what I wanted to do this whole time. Like I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy wedding photography and that I still don't, because I am shooting Gabby and Andrew's wedding in Estes Park in a couple of weeks, and I'm very excited about that right before your birthday. But it's not like I don't want to say it's not my primary passion, but so much of that job is wrapped up in marketing. So much of that job is not just photographing. Like if I could just photograph, then maybe I would really, really enjoy it. But there's so many other parts to it.
Because you're a business
that
owner.
I don't enjoy. It's just not my thing. Like if I had money to pay for a marketing firm to put me on the map, I would. But I spent so much of my time stressing about that and how I looked on the internet, you know? Mm-hmm. And with coffee, you just show up. You just show up and do the work. And there's such a rich community at the coffee shop. So many great people. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And that's the cool thing to see. It's not that it's easier and that's why I'm committed to excellence. It's just that it's different.
Yeah. And it sounds like you're saying you also have an opportunity to focus on the thing that you really love, which is like making coffee, practicing your latte art, talking with people.
Right.
Whereas when you're a solopreneur doing photography, that is such a small portion of how you have to spend your time to make it work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. If I got amnesia tomorrow,
oh my God,
how would you describe yourself to me?
Wait, if you got amnesia tomorrow,
if I got amnesia
means that
tomorrow,
you didn't know anything. You woke up without knowing who I was.
If I just woke up tomorrow,
how would I describe myself to
and
you?
I was like, who are you? How do I know you? What's our relationship?
Whoa.
How do I know I can trust you? What kind of person are you? Like, I don't know you.
Oh my God. The last like couple weeks, for some reason, I wish I could remember where the thought first came from. But I was thinking about our relationship very objectively. And I was thinking about like the person that you are, and I was like, why did Sam marry me? Like
you haven't told me this.
I was like, Sam is literally insane for marrying me. Like she is a superhero. Like why is someone like Sam, who's the most emotionally regulated person, I say this all the time to people, that I've ever met, and just like so about her business and so type A and very, very mature, dating someone who's absolutely crazy in so many ways, like me. And I was like, that's just so strange. Like, why? What is it about me that attracts her to me? Anyway, so I thought about that quite a bit. I don't know the answer. That's okay. I don't need to. We're still married. So I guess that's really all that matters at this point in time. I would just how would I describe myself? I would describe myself as someone who's very faulted, but someone that loves you very deeply. And this is me trying to convince you why you should stay with me, essentially.
No. Or like, maybe I wake up and I'm skeptical. Like, who are you, dude? I don't know you.
I would say, well, you pursued me. You met me when you were 19.
No.
Wait.
Describe yourself.
The context matters. If you woke up with amnesia, I would say we were out at the bar.
I swear you love me.
And you were like, yo, you've had too much to drink, even though I didn't. And you're like, you should come home with me.
That happened.
Quite literally. And I was like, maybe I should have a couple drinks so I don't feel bad. And then the rest is history. Well, actually, before that, you were a dancer and you needed help on a video project. And I said that yes, that I would. And we were both dating people at the time. Nothing happened. No funny business. We just did the thing, the video. And then it worked out. And then we kept going. So anyway, that's so hard.
How would you describe yourself
to me?
So
hard. But you can see me.
I can see you. So you don't need to describe how you look. I can see.
I would say you make most of the money. I work at a coffee shop. I love what I do. I don't make a ton of money, but I do really love what I do. So you're with somebody that is happy,
passionate,
doing what they're doing, and that we are very busy and we live very busy lives, but we like what we do. We have a podcast called Something More Human. And
you're not telling me about you, though.
You're right. I'm trying to fill in
my memory.
Yeah.
No. Well, that'll come.
Maybe that's impossible for me to do. Maybe I'm deflecting on
you are
on purpose.
You're also like macro. Go.
I don't really know how to describe myself.
Yeah.
Like the physical attributes. Obviously, I'm short.
Not your physical attributes. Your affect. Tell me about you. Like, why do I love you? Why should I love you?
I actually don't know why. I'm not sure.
Maybe I should tell you the things that I love about you more often.
Well, I think I know they are. I think it's weird to toot your own horn. Like, I'm creative and I like to write, and you're an audiobook narrator, so you really like that about me. And I theorize almost everything from a pack of gum to
this is true.
The way that
this could be an offshoot of the question that Tim shared, which is, if love could describe you, what would love say?
Yeah, that's a different question, though.
I think that this is a different angle of the same question.
It's a weird question to ask as well. It's kind of hard to answer. If love could describe you, well, love is not anybody. If love could describe you, what would love say about you? Mm-hmm. That's just such a strange thing to say, to ask somebody.
I thought that would be helpful to you, but it seems like perhaps not.
I think describing myself is really difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would describe myself. I would just say that you probably love me because like I said, I often wonder in the shower and in bed and at the coffee shop when I'm zoning out, why is Sam with me, of all people? What is she doing?
Is that my fault?
Here with me.
My character flaw is that I'm married to you.
Yeah, that might be one of your character flaws.
Okay, we can move on.
That's a tough one.
Think on it. This is perfectly timed. In my flow, I did not rearrange the flow. Something I've always admired about you.
I could just use this.
Mm-hmm. Is that, and this is the thing that also initially drew me to you with attraction, is that you can talk to anybody, anywhere, any environment about any topic, and you're so charismatic and easygoing, and I think people very naturally trust you. So my question is, why do you think that you're able to do that? What about you enables you to just be so organically likable? Personable?
That's a great question. Wow. Well, I was thinking about my friend Chloe, who's no longer working at the coffee shop, and her and I got pretty close pretty quick. And she was like, telling me about, her relationship that she was in and looking for advice. And it went from, we weren't very close to, she was, looking for my advice more often than not. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, what is it about me? Like, why is she asking me? Because I know that she wouldn't ask most men. And I do honestly think, part of what is this so disarming about me is that I am short. I'm sorry. I think that's part of it. I do make a lot of self-deprecating jokes about being short. It's fine. I am 5'4". It's terrible. It's also fine. It's also cool at the same time, because I think that for someone like Chloe, whether or not it's about like being attracted to me, none of that stuff really matters. But I think like me being smaller for some reason, and there's no need to explain because I don't know why, is disarming in and of itself. And I think because of that, and also because people can tell that I'm simply naturally curious.
Sure.
Like
You're
I'm
genuine.
I'm just trying to help them. I'm just trying to like teamwork with them to, there's a problem that needs to be solved. So like, let's solve it together. And that usually comes with asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're in an argument with somebody or you have a difference of opinion, I think like a really good way, which we don't do, we could do better, is just to ask somebody questions to get clarity.
Sure.
And because I think sometimes they're also confused, and they simply need a question to be asked so that they can think about it in a different way.
Sure. Or your interpretation of what they've said is slightly different than their meaning.
Yeah, I don't really think there's anything super special about being super special. The other day I was actually thinking about this, which is silly and very self-serving. I wouldn't normally admit this, but I think everybody does it maybe every now and then. Like you fantasize might not be the right word, but like if you died, like would there be people that would actually like show up to your funeral, and like who would they be and what would they say? And I think that might be actually a good exercise instead of fantasizing about, oh, like who loves me? It's like, no, well, have you shown enough love so that there will be people that show up?
Sure.
And what will they say? You know, and I think that there would be a lot of people that would show up, and there would be some that would show up just to air their grievances, which would be totally fair. And you'd probably be one of them.
I won't allow it.
And I just think part of it is, we say it all the time on every episode, somehow it comes up, is just being genuinely curious.
Yeah.
And I think I'm really good at that, even if it feels forced. And usually it feels forced if you're talking to somebody that doesn't know how to ask questions.
Sure.
Right?
Do you think that you're naturally curious because your parents ask questions, or because you are sort of existential and so you're always like, you have always just had an affect where you wonder the why of things, and so it comes more naturally to you to be curious about the next layer?
It's probably part of that, but I think it's more like to me, everything has a universe. Like every single one of these, like when we were doing this puzzle, there's a massive puzzle right below the frame, and we have not finished. We just started.
And it's 750 pieces. It'll be a while.
And it was so like, there was like a moment yesterday we were putting it together. It was perfect. I like could tell that the moment was like the exact moment it was supposed to be. We were watching Bob's Burgers, and I think it was like a little bit overcast. And like one of the pieces I looked at and I touched, and it was just like, wow, this piece is its own universe in this landscape. And like, I wish I could ask this piece a question about how it feels about being in the puzzle.
Wow.
And then I was like, I think that's why I'm answering your question. I think everything is a universe, including people. And I think the reason I ask questions is because I want to know more about the universe. Like I just want my life to feel big and full. And the way to do that is to ask people questions, because obviously there are different people who have different realities than you do, you know, and that's kind of fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is a dream you have? I don't mean like you have nightmares at night. I mean like a dream that you have in life.
Last night? Okay,
I specify this because Elliot has vivid dreams all the time.
I have been not sleeping well. My new schedule, I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning, which maybe is not that big of a deal for some of you, but for me it is a big deal. So last night was so strange. I felt like I slept well for the first, let's see, I got like 6.5 hours of sleep, 7 hours. The first few hours I slept really well. And then I could tell like the last few hours I was just barely asleep. And I dreamt that I was in a parking garage with the antagonist, I think you pronounce it Sugar, from No Country for Old Men, my favorite book. But there's also a movie. So the character.
You know why you dreamt that?
So Javier Bardem was in the car with me. And then I forgot what happened. There was something else that was happening, and it wasn't him to begin with in the car. And then he got out, and for some reason it was a life and death situation. And he was running after me, and I was like, if I would have stayed in the car, I would have been safe. And as soon as I got out of the car, I was like, oh, I made the wrong move, and now I'm toast. And so I'll get there. So him and I are like running around like this. And then eventually he gets like close to me, and I have to like run somewhere else. And then he starts charging at me in slow motion, and I like throw my keys at him. And my keychain has mace on it because we just bought mace. And I'm as I'm throwing it at him, I'm like, what am I doing?
Oh, I
I
thought
had mace and I could have sprayed him, and I threw the keys at him and it didn't do anything, obviously. And he lunged at me and I woke up and I had to get up and go to work.
you know why you had that dream. I don't know about the context, but the person, because the Bob's Burgers episode that we were watching, it's Halloween, and she's like, Louise, who are you? And she's like, I'm that guy from No Country for Old Men.
Maybe that is why.
That's exactly why.
Wow, that's crazy.
And you were like, nice. That happened.
That was my dream last night, and I woke up and had to go to work. What is my dream? My dream.
No, not
no,
like,
I know. Now I know.
Not like singular,
No, I know.
capital D dream, but a dream.
Yeah. My dream is probably to own a coffee shop.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
My dream is to own a coffee shop and finish writing this book and get it published.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of your dream where you say, I was in the car, I would have been safe if I stayed in the car. I get out of the car. As soon as I get out of the car, I realize I have made the wrong choice. My next question, is there a decision you've made in life that you most regret?
A decision that I made in life? Yeah, I'm taking Accutane.
Oh, uh-huh.
I definitely regret that. I wish my parents would have not let me take it. I wish they would have said, it's funny that I try and blame my parents even though I know it's not their fault, but I wish they would have done the research for me, even though I should have done it. The internet was a different place back then. I didn't really think about it. But yeah, I just wish my life would probably be a little bit easier had I not taken Accutane. I would recommend you not to take Accutane if you have problems with your skin. But you know what? We've known plenty of people that have taken it
And been fine.
and have been fine. And my sister was one of them. And I had a friend back in the day. His name was Justin, and he had rather problematic skin. It was pretty bad. He took Accutane and it cleared up in a matter of months and never came back.
Do you want to just give the people a quick overview of what are you even talking about?
I just had a skin problem when I was 18 or 19, and of course I was very self-conscious about it being at that age. And I wanted to do I would do anything to get rid of it, right? So I took Accutane, which is a very, very potent, it's heavy vitamin A, and I don't know all of the science behind it, how it works, but there are side effects, and it's supposed to clear your skin, and it did while I was taking it. And then when I would go off of it, my skin would come back and get worse. And then eventually I had an allergic reaction to it and developed somewhat permanent photosensitivity. I can't handle heat or sun the way that I used to and never will be able to ever again. And it didn't really help my skin at all. In fact, it probably made it worse. And that was really unfortunate. And I almost killed myself because of it. But I also probably learned quite a bit. And if I hadn't taken it, I don't know. I just obviously the way things work out, a small thing like that, I don't know. It was a very interesting time because that was right around the time that I met you.
It was right before you and I met.
Literally.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think somehow, some way. Also, at that time that I almost took my own life, I was dating somebody, and I think that is the reason why she broke up with me. She never really told me, and then that set it up for you and I to get together kind of soon after that. And so
she walked so I could run.
So for sure, dude. So
back on a lighter note, what is one thing you want to accomplish in the next 12 months?
I had such a good time writing yesterday, and it all came so effortlessly. And all I need is a little bit of weed and a Bananas Foster latte on ice from Doppio. I wish Doppio would sponsor our show. I'm just gonna shout them out. Honestly, I cannot believe. If you live in Denver, if you don't live in Denver and you're planning on coming to Denver, Doppio is the coffee shop that you cannot miss. I will say Doppio is maybe not my favorite vibe. Nothing wrong with the vibe, just not my favorite vibe. But the coffee is unbelievable. I have never had a drink there where it didn't taste the same exact way that it tasted before. It's always been the very same. Anyway, they have a black sesame latte. That's my favorite drink on earth by a million miles. And I always get it, and it's $10 with tip, but that's okay because it's really worth it. And anyway, they came out with a new menu, and they have a Bananas Foster latte, and it's so sick. And I highly recommend that you get that. Anyway, just a little bit of weed and a little bit of coffee, and I was able to write really effectively. And if I could make time to do that, maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah. That's
a lot, though. That's a lot of time. Then I could probably get this book, the first draft of this book, finished in probably, I would say, anywhere between 6 and 9 months.
Okay.
Or 6 to 12 months.
Who do you most admire and why?
Besides you? Can you be the one or no?
You can answer this question however you want.
We could do a couple versions so I can appease my mother and my father, so we could do 3 episodes. This question it's like the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
In the title, we'll just write, Mom, watch this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's you.
Is that obvious?
Yeah, it's not to you. That's unfortunate if it's not to you.
No, I just mean like people might not know that.
Oh, sure. No, I definitely admire you. There was this thing going around on TikTok where it was like men were like, by the way, if you think that I would save my baby over my wife, you're fucking crazy. Like, I would save my wife every single time. Like, I could just make another baby. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
I was like, yeah, dude, same.
Yeah. That's nice.
It's kind of rough because you got to choose one.
Is this a thought experiment that you're discussing?
It would be devastating, but I could make another one. I can't make another wife. Well, I guess I could make another wife, you know? Anyway, it's you because you're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know Sam, you know that Sam is the person that you definitely want to get in her inner circle, because if you do, you'll probably be successful in life.
I thought you were like, you definitely want to be on her good side.
Your bad side's not that bad. Yeah, your bad side's not that bad.
Oh, that's good.
But I think the people that know you're very inspired by you because you get what you want, which is cool. And that is the most inspiring thing to me. So, and because you're maybe a little bit too normal for your own good.
Sure.
But I think that's a really good thing. I think we need more of the normalcy that you possess. And if I could have a little bit of it, I would really appreciate that.
I'm trying to give it to you.
So if we could,
you're doing Google Calendar, that's a good step.
Well, the perfect way to get a little bit of both of that is to have children.
Oh,
so
gosh.
If we do a little bit of my crazy with a little bit of your normal, then we fall somewhere right in the middle, and then we can have like a little Elliot running around.
I don't know if that's how that works. Anyway, what is your greatest strength?
My greatest strength is definitely my friendliness.
Your curiosity?
Yeah. I'm probably not like the best friend because I'm kind of just all over the place. You could probably ask Brian. Like, I'm not consistent. That's hard for me to be consistent and show up consistently, which is unfortunate, but that just is the way it is. There's too much going on in life. But I'm a friendly guy.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a nice guy. It's weird to say that though.
That you're a friendly guy?
Get the ick, you know?
No.
People just don't really have an opportunity to answer questions like that. Maybe that's why. But I think maybe hopefully people would say, I'm pretty friendly.
I think that if your confidence lever went higher, you would be like, yeah, I'm friendly. I don't feel weird being like, I'm a nice girl.
Yeah, sure.
I'm cool.
That's fair.
Flip side of this coin, what is your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness. Sam's smiling. She's like, oh, there's at least a dozen. Hopefully he names all of them.
No.
You're
painting me in a little bit of evil light. I'm not setting you up for failure.
It was funny that I looked at you and you were just like, like, okay. I'm kidding. My greatest weakness is indecision.
I would agree with that.
Probably.
That's funny. Yeah.
You agree with that?
I would say, yeah. Decisiveness.
Yeah.
If I could gift you an ability, it would be decisiveness. Yeah. Or like, I feel like decisiveness really lends well to proactivity. And so you might feel more consistent if you didn't struggle with decision making.
Fair enough.
This is another thing that I have always really admired about you. And I think that you'll have a few answers to this question and you'll see the point that I'm getting at as you answer.
Okay.
What is something small or seemingly inconsequential that brings you joy or contentment?
Something small or seemingly inconsequential that brings me joy or contentment? Probably just like a really good latte.
Yeah, sure.
Or
Do you have like a handful of things you could just rapid fire?
Something seemingly small is, well, it's not really seemingly small, but maybe it is. When you hit a 5-wood flush, when you're on the golf course and you're 100, this happened when you're like 200 yards out and you're like, my 5-wood goes 200 yards. And then you start visualizing the shot. And you're like, I need it to go here. It needs to go here. Probably not going to happen, but it needs to. 200 yards is a really long way. And then you set up and you let it rip. And the exact shot that you envisioned in your mind begins to happen. Honestly, better than sex, dude.
Oh, wow. That's manifestation, bro.
I'm just kidding. It's not better than sex. But it's close.
Close second.
It feels incredible. It's like the best feeling ever. So a latte, a really nice golf shot, time to journal. Listening to your favorite record front to back with the right weather. Because like there's some records, like there's a record called Guild Show by the Get Up Kids, and you've listened to it many times in the car. And you probably haven't noticed, but I only ever put it on when it's overcast. Because that's the only time that I can really listen to it and enjoy it the way it's meant to be enjoyed.
I see.
Yeah.
How about like a rising full moon?
There's so many. I mean, you want me to keep going? I mean, I could keep going forever. There's so many small things that are seemingly inconsequential that mean a lot to me.
I think because you're a photographer, you have this really uncanny ability to just like stop in the world and appreciate a moment, like a vignette, because you see it as a photo. And so that is something for someone like me who's like pretty energetic and going and maybe is always spinning one too many plates. It's very easy for me to maybe like pass by those things. And so I love that about you. What is something you only do when you're alone?
Oh my God.
Don't say masturbate.
That's crazy. I've never done that. What?
You're like, I'm not funny. That was hilarious.
Oh. Now, if you saw me when I was by myself, it would be a different story. This relationship would be a different story.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I just talk to myself all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like in the kitchen at work talking to myself. And then today Haley walked in. She's like, who are you talking to? And I was like, I'm just talking to myself. She's like, okay, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm just chilling, dude. I'm just talking to myself.
Me, we're having a good time.
Yeah, I just sing songs in different voices and just chat.
What's your favorite thing to do alone? Don't say masturbate.
Well, I don't know how, so I'm just kidding. My favorite thing to do when I'm alone?
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do when I'm alone, it just depends, like where, you know? I would say my favorite thing to do when I'm alone is write. Yeah.
If you could have any career, what would it be?
Probably a writer.
Yeah, I love it. Tell me about one of your most embarrassing moments.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's good.
You've definitely told me some, but I couldn't off the top of my head remember any when I wrote this question.
I really want to try and impress the audience with that one because that's a good one, and there's got to be plenty. I'm trying to think of something recent or something just, oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
Hit me.
Yeah. There's this band called the Swellers, rest in peace. They're from Michigan, I believe. And they're like a pop punk band from the 2010s mostly, or like 2000s, 2010s. They broke up. Obviously, I just said that. They put out a record called, I don't know what record this is off of. It doesn't matter. I think it's off of My Everest. It's called Bottles. And they were playing a garage tour. One of their last tours. They were touring the album called The Light Under Closed Doors.
This is like house shows when you say garage tour.
Yeah, this was in Albuquerque, like near UNM. I can't remember the venue whose house it was, but it was literally in a garage, and there was probably 40 of us there. It was awesome. Anyway, I was in the very front, and they were like probably halfway through their set, and like they finished, and they're like, "All right, what do you guys want to hear?" And I was like, "Bottles," and they're like, "We just played that song, dude." It was honestly the worst feeling. All of my homies were there, and the homies that were not there, the people that were there that were not my homies, everyone was laughing at me, and the band was also laughing at me. And it was terrible. I was like, just so you guys know, not the audience, like to the band, I'm like, I know every single one of these songs, so suck my dick. Okay?
You're like, I swear I'm a real fan.
I just got the songs mixed up. I was having a really good time. Anyway.
I get secondhand embarrassment from that story.
Oh, it was tough, man. Donnie talks about it a lot. Danny talks about it a lot. Yeah. Stephen Flynn will bring it up sometimes. I think he was there. Anyway, that's up there.
Yeah. Okay, this is the last question that I have queued for you. What is one hobby that you would invest in if you had the time and money or resources, whatever that looks like, and it cannot be a hobby that you currently do?
Oh, that's not fair.
I know that you're going to say riding.
Golf.
Yeah, none of that.
More golf.
Is there like a hidden hobby in the depths of your soul?
There has to be, yeah.
That if you had more time and resources, what would it be?
Graphic design.
Oh.
For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
On the computer?
Yeah, probably.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not really a handyman, unfortunately. I'm like a good director. Like in the house, this might be embarrassing to say. Somebody might be like, "That dude's a fucking,
What?
I was a pussy, dude." Like you hung this mirror. I don't like doing that. I can do it. I don't like to. Like you, and that's what I love about us is like you. I don't know if you judge me for it. You might,
I don't judge you.
but I think I'm a creative director.
If you were
and
more decisive
you are
about
the
it.
doer.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want it to look like this, and as long as we agree on that, and then you do it, and I like that.
Yeah, I think
don't
that
like
looks
I don't
great.
like to, like I wish that I would say like I wish my answer was like a carpenter. That would be so much fun, or a painter, or something like even more involved with my hands and my body. But I'm not really that person. Graphic design is very like it's not uninvolved, but like I would love to do what Dan does.
Cool.
Like design like music posters, tour posters for big bands,
Yeah.
things like that, or design like menus for restaurants or coffee shops, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Probably that.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, some of these things I didn't know about you. So I hope that you all listening steal these questions and sit your spouse or your best friend or your homie down and just get to know them a little bit better. I think something that you teach me over time is that one of the joys of being married is that you get to watch this person like grow into their life and change, and you get a front row seat to that literally no one else does.
Yeah, there's some really dark shit happening right now, and I think most of it, to be quite honest, is I know that this is making the complex too simple, but I really do think that people that are not well just like need more of this. People just need to talk more. People need to be more interested in each other and be more willing to listen to what we have to say to each other. It sounds like that's just how I feel. Even in our relationship will be better because of this. Hopefully you watch and you get inspired to ask somebody that you love more questions.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to come up. You don't have to come up. You can just take
steal
yours.
these.
Just steal yours. Yeah.
Also, like, no, I didn't make up a lot of these questions. Like,
Right.
a lot of these questions are just on the internet. Some
Right.
of them I came up with on my own, but some of them I was like, best questions to ask. When we first got together, we did like 100 questions to fall in love.
Oh, it worked out, man.
It worked. So be careful who you do it with.
Exactly.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. Bye.